Hello and welcome to Work Ready Oklahoma, where we help the long-term unemployed. My name is Lucretia Redis, and I am the Partner Engagement Manager for this program. I am one of a team of about 25 who are committed to helping Oklahomans get back to work. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn, so please feel free to find me and let's connect. What I want to talk about is the nonprofit that houses this program. It's My Community has been around since 2003. We are a strategic partner with Public Strategies. We are located in Bricktown at 3 East Main in Oklahoma City. Our mission is to develop and expand efforts to strengthen communities by building strong, healthy families. This is a mission that allows us to find funding through the federal government, the state, foundations, and other local organizations to match our mission. And a few programs listed here are True Dads. True Dads helps fathers and their co-parent in Oklahoma City area with a child 1 year or younger learn how to better support and effectively parent their child, skills for healthy relationships, and prepare for job success. That's an excellent program. Another one is Reading Explorers, where we have been in one of the lowest performing elementary schools in the Oklahoma City public school area. We work with the students and their reading scores in the first, second, and third grade, along with other companies here in Oklahoma City, and we've made a difference there. Safe Families is another program under It's My Community. It's an alternative to foster care and a safety net for vulnerable families. And then, of course, there's the Whatever It Takes program, and it's a sort of a vibrant, place-based strategy designed to serve as a catalyst to create systemic and sustainable change for children, families, and neighborhoods through compelling partnerships and working closely with the citizens of Northeast Oklahoma City. So those are just a few programs underneath this nonprofit, and of course the Work Ready Oklahoma program is what you're going to learn about today. It is a statewide program. And if you want to learn more about our programs, go to itsmycommunity.org. All right, so let's get into Work Ready Oklahoma. We're so glad you joined us today. We will only hold you for another 15 minutes or so. We want you to learn about how Work Ready Oklahoma might benefit you and your career. We want you to get to know how the eligibility works, and then help you determine if you might qualify for the great services this program offers. Now, we do hope you have learned about this webinar we promote it in a variety of ways, through Facebook, LinkedIn, TV, radio, online search, newspaper, word of mouth, however you heard about it. We appreciate you joining us today. So what is this about? This is about a free program that was offered to all states, and about 24 states won the award to help the long-term unemployed. We're very happy to be one of them. It is funded from the U.S. Department of Employment and Training Administration, and it's designed to provide educational opportunities, free educational opportunities, training, and supports related to employment in middle to high skill occupations. So this is not a entry-level program. This is for those professionals who've been in the workforce and they've experienced that job loss and they're out of work for a period of time. We want to provide services, and we'll go through that here in a few minutes. It is free to those who are eligible. Again, it's statewide. We do have 3 satellite offices, one in Lawton, one in Tulsa. We have a Western Oklahoma office as well, and then, of course, Oklahoma City is the base office. Funding began in 2014, and it will end October 2018, or if we get an extension, it will go beyond that. So let's talk about the kind of services we offer. The training and education opportunities allows the participant who's applied and has been approved to attend targeted skill building workshops. So those include resume building and interview skills. Now these workshops are excellent. They're value-based, and they offer the most latest and the greatest information, best practices on how to be more effective in your job search. Another workshop is called Personal Presence, Networking, and Social Media, how to be visible and how you are perceived online is very important, which is how a lot of employers do their research for candidates. Also, we can possibly help you with your degree completion as long as your degree is completed by the end of the grant. So this is a bachelor's or a master's. And then we also can help you with industry recognized certification programs. And examples are the PMP professional, the project management professional, engineering certifications, HR certificate, you name it. If it's industry recognized and it's something that will help you gain employment, we can possibly help you pay for that. So we do have participants in about 25 different training providers throughout the state, and that does include colleges and universities. We also provide individualized assistance. So let's say you've applied and you are approved, you will be assigned a career coach, and that career coach will work with you to help you identify that, that focused career plan that's specific to you. In fact, every single person that enters into our program is very unique and has their own path, and so that career coach is there to help you along that path. They will also work with you on the wraparound supportive services, which will help reduce those barriers. And so those services could look like child care or housing or maybe relocation or transportation or utilities, things that kind of have built up as a result of being long-term unemployed. This program kind of helps you fill in some of those voids, which is excellent program. We're very excited to be a part of this. You will also, as part of your team, you will have an unemployment coach that's assigned to you, and that employment coach will help you with talent evaluation. So they will get to know you, what your skill sets are. They will help you with job searching. They will help you with networking. And what they do is connect with employers in the state of Oklahoma to create that demand for our participants and raise awareness about our high-quality candidates so that they can connect you with those employers. So those are the kind of services that we do provide. And let's talk about now who can benefit from this program. So this program is very specific, and we want to help everyone that comes our way. But the unfortunate fact is that about 20% of the applications that do come through are approved. And there's a number of reasons why, but most of the time it's based on the length of unemployment. If you're unemployed less than 27 consecutive weeks, then we are not able to approve you yet. So we encourage people to mark their calendars for that time frame and then get back to us. So this program may benefit you if you are a professional and you have experienced a job loss, and that it doesn't matter how. If you've been laid off, fired, or you quit voluntarily, that part doesn't matter. And then you have been unemployed for 27 consecutive weeks or more, and then you want to return to work or advance in your career in one of the following industries. So that's management, business and finance, services, education, teaching, IT, computers, healthcare, and then architecture and engineering. And if you have any questions when the webinar is over, please don't hesitate to email us at events@workreadyoklahoma.com. So what I want to do is take a closer look at the industries that this program serves. The next 6 slides will give you examples of the middle to high skilled occupations that we serve. So it shows that this is not an entry-level program. I will only spend a few seconds on each slide because I will not read the 3 to 4 examples on each slide. So let's go ahead and get started on management, examples of what we mean by middle to high skilled positions, mostly managing positions. What about business and finance services? These are some examples. And then next is education and training. This is for common ed and not higher education positions. Next is IT computers. And then healthcare. And of course, architecture and engineering. Any questions about the industries, please again email us at events@workreadyoklahoma.com. So let's now look at program eligibility and find out exactly who qualifies for this program. And again, I mentioned earlier that this is a very specific Department of Labor program with specific criteria, and not everyone will qualify based on length of unemployment alone. And if you don't qualify, resources are available that may benefit you, and we can talk about that here in a few. Resources such as Workforce Oklahoma and others. So program eligibility, you must be 18 years of age or older, legally able to work in the U.S., have a high school diploma or equivalent, have some post-secondary education or work experience in one or more of the industries that we talked about earlier. And I'll stop right there. The some post-secondary education basically means you have to have enough credits to where when you start the program, you'll be able to finish your degree either bachelor's or master's by the end of the grant. And then, of course, you must be considered long-term unemployed, which is 27 weeks or longer. Now, you may have seen several links on the website. One of them is eligibility tool, and we encourage you, if you haven't already, to print that worksheet out. We will go through that worksheet, and if you're not able to print, no problem. Just get a blank sheet of paper or just a Post-it note even, and a pen or pencil, and what you'll do is number 1 through 6. You just need enough space for 1 through 6, and you're just going to write a score next to each number to match the question. And what we want you to do is tally up your score toward the end, because the values will be based on your answer. So this tool is for you, and it just helps you determine if you are even close to qualifying for the program. Let's see. And then I do want you to follow along the webinar for the next few slides, because we will give you information on documentation that we need for Department of Labor purposes for each question that you answer. All right, so number 1 is, are you 18 years of age or older? If you are, your value is 1, so mark 1. If you're not, your value is 0, but on the screen is supporting documentation that we will ask for. Number 2, are you legally able to work in the U.S.? If your answer is yes, your value is 1. If it's no, your value is 0. And on the screen is a list of supporting documentation that we may ask for. Number 3 is about your employment loss, and you have 4 options. Option 1 is you lost your permanent job 6 months or more ago, and you're unable to secure any form of employment. Your score would be 3. B is you lost your permanent job 6 months or more ago, and you're unable to secure part-time, short-term, or temporary employment. Your value will be 3. C is I lost my permanent job less than 6 months ago and am actively seeking but unable to secure any form of employment. Your value is 1, and if none of the above apply, your value is 0. And on the screen is a list of supporting documentation that we will ask for, 1 or more. Let's go to number 4, and that's your education level. A is high school diploma or GED, value of 1. B is high school diploma or GED with some college certifications and or licenses, value of 2. Associate's degree is C, and that's a value of 3. And D is bachelor's degree or higher, which is a value of 4. Supporting documentation is on your screen. Of course, we'll ask for transcript, diploma, degree, or credential. Number 5 is your industry expertise. If you have post-secondary education or training in one of the industries that we talked about, in 1 or more, your value is 2. So they are, again, management, business and finance, education, teaching, architecture and engineering, IT, computers, and healthcare. So if you circle more than 1, your value is still 2. If you have no experience in any of those, no education or training, your value is 0. Number 6, do you have professional work experience in 1 or more of the industries? If you have, your answer is yes, your value is 2. If your answer is no, your value is 0. And that's it. It is time to tally your score. And what I want you to know is resources are available to those who may not qualify for our program, regardless of your score. If you are in several programs at the same time, it's okay with Work Radio Oklahoma. We don't have a problem with that. But we do want you to know that the Oklahoma Employment Security Commission is available with a variety of programs, with free training as well. And some may know it as Workforce Center or America's Job Center, or you may know it as Unemployment Office, but there's a number of programs available. Also, I encourage you to get on LinkedIn to increase your network, become an all-star if you're not already, set up your profiles on those job searching websites, and get connected as best you can. So let's go back to the score. If you scored 1 through 8, then I encourage you to seek out those resources available. If you scored 9 or above, we encourage you to apply. And to apply, the first step you would go to apply.workreadyoklahoma.com, and that is a 5 to 7 minute application process. What we'll do is simply ask you basic questions like the last 3 employers, education, and a few other questions. The more information you include in the answers, the better we can assess your application toward qualifying. So what I want to do is share with you the process for applying. What happens after you complete that application? By the way, when you complete the application, we will ask for you to upload your resume, so be sure and have that ready. Once you've applied and your resume is uploaded, be sure and check your emails frequently. We will communicate that way. We will also call if we have clarifying questions or requests. And then once we get all the information for the application, we will match it to the grant to see if it does match. And if it does, we will call you in for an interview with a career coach. And it's after that, and once you receive that information plus we receive your documentation, we take your file to an approval committee, and once we get all that information, we determine if you match the grant or not. If you do, you're approved and you can start receiving those services, and if you don't, we will let you know, and then other service or the resources are available. But that timeline varies, and it all depends on the follow-up from both parties, our side and your side. So again, we encourage you to go to apply.workreadyoklahoma.com. If you've applied already, no need to apply again unless you applied prior to 6 months. If you mark your calendar and that 6 months time frame has come and you're still long-term unemployed, we encourage you to go ahead and apply. Now, to apply, there's a button called Check Your Eligibility. Simply follow those prompts. And then when you get to the username and password, be sure and write that down and store that somewhere, because if you lose that, we will not be able to retrieve it. And this is our last slide. If you have any questions, once again, go to events@workreadyoklahoma.com. And again, we have the different offices available, and those are the phone numbers and the addresses for each area. Again, my name is Lucretia Redis. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. And thank you so much for listening to the Work Ready Oklahoma program, and we wish you the very best in your job search.